G'day, Tim. It's
Hello.
Nice to meet you, mate.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
I have to say, I'm actually super excited to do this interview.
Cool.
Well, I'm pretty excited for all my interviews, but I missed you guys last year, unfortunately.
Oh, really?
But,
Okay.
just due to some scheduling conflicts, but I don't know if you know this, but StarCraft is a kind of an important game to me. And I don't even play it these days.
Really?
Yeah, but it's
So
the
it's
game
important,
that
though.
founded my career. Yeah,
Oh,
it's got a
okay.
special place in my heart, because I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now, YouTubing and live streaming, and it's all thanks to StarCraft. Like, it unlocked my passion for gaming, so
Cool.
just allow me to gush for a moment.
You know, Warcraft 2 actually was my start into PC gaming. That's what got me super passionate about it. It was long before I worked at the company, but ultimately one day ended up working for Blizzard. So yeah, similar. I don't play it today. But wow, it was a huge impact on my life.
Yeah, it's the same deal for me. Like, it inspired me to start writing because it just needed an outlet for all of the craziness of trying to get from Wood League to Diamond Masters. So.
Right.
So it was really something. But I'll tell you what does get me playing, even nowadays, even though I haven't touched ladder in quite some time, is the single player.
Right.
Really, really good.
There are so many people that are just like you, actually. We hear a lot of people, a lot of the time, they come out and they say, you know, I tried a little bit competitive, kind of overwhelmed me, but you know what I keep coming back for is that single player, that campaign experience, grow more powerful, have this great story. That's actually a huge part of our player base. Guys that they don't play multiplayer, they're just, give me the campaign. I love the campaign. That's a huge part of Void to us. We know that, you know, we want that guy to have a great experience in this game. Even if you never want to touch multiplayer, that you have this robust option of things that you can play in Legacy of the Void.
Protoss is my personal race. I love ancient races that have
They're
that
so
sort of, like,
cool.
long history. It's like we've been around since the birth of the universe sort of thing is pretty exciting.
The firstborn, as they call themselves.
Is that like really long history, especially playing into it? Like, are we getting any callbacks to...
Yeah, more than a little bit. I think that the story actually stands alone pretty well. If you've never played a StarCraft game, you could just grab this one. The product is standalone, so you could just grab it, go right in. It's a very cool story on its own, even if you've never played another StarCraft game. But I think if you've been playing since the first StarCraft 2 game, or even more so, if you've been playing since the first StarCraft game, there is so much that gets called out here, so much that happens. There's so much of, you know, Zeratul been around talking about his prophecy for so long, and things are finally happening. This is it. Oh my gosh, these are the end days. And that's Void. Void is all of that huge stuff that's been building across all these games. It's finally happening right here, and the player gets to play it, and there are a lot of just really huge moments that I think you're going to really enjoy.
So it's the epic conclusion, and yeah, it's not entirely the conclusion.
Right.
The other big announcement, which is probably like the thing that caught me most by surprise and I was pretty excited about, was the mission packs as well. You guys are going to be adding more missions post-expansion.
We are indeed. That's been a tough thing to message, actually. We keep saying, oh, this is the end of the story. And like, oh, wait, well, it's the end of the arc. So we built this huge arc way back in the day. Back in StarCraft 1, we had Chris Metzen building the story, and he had a vision for everywhere he wanted to take it, and had a bunch of the guys working on it, like, here's the huge vision. And that arc has continued forward, the bones of that story going all the way to Void. And our big characters like Raynor and Kerrigan, Artanis, Zeratul, they're all getting this huge conclusion to their story. StarCraft is not ending. The StarCraft universe keeps going on. The StarCraft universe has tons of new stories we want to tell, brand new arcs we want to start, but that one big conclusion is still going to happen. So a little confusing, I know, but Nova, Covert Ops, the new content you're just talking about, that is happening actually after the events of Legacy of the Void. So the universe doesn't end. There's more stuff that happens, and we're following. Yeah, I know, spoiler, I'm sorry, there's still a universe. Nova and the Ghosts, we figure out what have they been doing, what happened to them post the events. And I think that will be something that's much more engaging after you've played Void, to know, like, oh, what are they doing out there?
So what do you guys have in mind already? Bit of like a time schedule for how often these mission packs are going to come and how large they'll be, like how many missions they'll be?
A little bit. We have aspirations. The one that we've locked down is Nova Covert Ops. That's why we're comfortable announcing it today. We've said we're definitely going to do this. It's going to happen. We're aiming to have the first release very early next year, as early as we can. But again, we're Blizzard, so it's got to be good. It's got to be polished and done. So, but we're aiming for early next year. It'll come out 3 missions at a time. The total campaign will be 9 missions to tell the Nova story. And then largely, we're actually keeping our options open. There are a lot of other stories and other gameplay modes that we're very excited about and we want to try. But we want to see how the community reacts. We want to see, you know, we look at our forums, we look at Reddit, we see what are people saying right now about the game. What are people saying they want to see? And that's what we saw with Nova. It's this character that people were really excited about, and we were really excited about her. We finally decided, like, okay, we're going to tell her story. And I think we'll do that again. We'll see how does the community react, what are they getting excited about, and if there's certain content that they really want to play, that's probably what we'll move forward on next. But we haven't locked in yet what the next one's going to be.
Okay. Well, I hope the uptake's really good because I'm pretty excited about this concept of these mission packs. Did the prequel missions before the Legacy, did that sort of play into this idea, or was that the forebearer of this idea of mission packs?
Yeah, I mean, kind of. The prologue was originally a different goal. The prologue was, we were a little worried about people coming from Swarm into Void, that, it's been actually years since they played campaign potentially. So, would they be a little behind on the epic Zeratul prophecy thing? We'd already planned to tell that segment of the story, right? That sort of lead in. We thought, what if we just put those missions out there? What if we just, we had a prologue, everybody could play it for free and kind of get them back into the vibe of the storyline before Void comes out, and then they can move into Void if they're still interested. So it worked out really well, but then it was actually kind of a proof of concept of, that was really fun. What if we did that consistently, had constant drops of these 3 missions, and just built brand new campaigns and told brand new stories through releases like that? So a little bit, it was actually a proof of concept of that could work for us.
Yeah, did you guys see like a really good uptake on that? Like,
oh,
were there
massive.
A lot of downloads of it?
Way more than we expected. I don't know the exact numbers, but I know that it was huge. We expected, like, some people will play, but most people will probably wait till Void came out. Not the case. Huge amounts of people came to play. So we saw that very clearly, like, okay, people are loving this. People are really engaging with it. What if we took it to an even higher quality bar, put even more time into it, had robust game systems, story modes around it, still 3 missions, but really went zany with the mechanics and went zany with the things you could do in these things. So we're trying to do that to an even higher level.
Yeah, my housemate Fenner, you might know him, is a StarCraft 2 streamer.
I do know him.
And he played that, and he's like, wow, people were so more into this than watching ladder games and stuff.
Yeah.
So many people were watching, so I'm glad that there's a lot of kind of hype around that, and that it reflected on your guys' end as well. Hopefully
yeah, I mean, we're excited for it too. So it's awesome whenever there's something that the community gets super stoked about, and we were excited about it. That to us is the green light of, okay, let's move forward with this.
Awesome stuff. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Sure.
I much appreciate it.
Thank you for coming.
Cheers.
Today, we retake our homeworld, and with it, our legacy.